Sophie, a caretaker at the sanctuary, had noticed that Maya, one of the oldest residents, had settled in a quiet corner and remained there for weeks. Sophie had always admired Maya's lively nature. She was the type of orangutan who would swing from tree to tree, always on the move. But now, Maya had refused to leave her spot, sitting motionless and gazing out at the world. Sophie couldn't help but feel concerned. Something was off. Sophie had spent years with Maya, so when she noticed this shift in behavior, it stood out. Maya had always been independent, but she was never the type to just sit still for long periods. She would often interact with the other animals and enjoy exploring her environment. Now, Sophie watched from a distance as Maya stayed still, her arms tightly wrapped around her legs, as if protecting something. Sophie couldn't understand it. Was she unwell? Had something happened? For days, Sophie watched Maya carefully. She spoke to the other caretakers, but no one else seemed as concerned. But Sophie couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this than a simple change in behavior. She had to find out what was going on. One afternoon, Sophie decided to approach Maya quietly as she was still sitting in the corner of the sanctuary. As she got closer, Sophie noticed something strange. There was a small, barely visible bundle hidden beneath Maya's form, tucked away and protected by the orangutan's massive frame. Sophie's heart skipped a beat. She leaned in a little closer, trying to get a better look without startling Maya. It was a baby orangutan. Sophie stood frozen, her mind racing. Maya had a baby. How could she have not known? She hadn't seen any signs of pregnancy before. Sophie's breath caught as she watched Maya, who seemed completely at ease. It was clear Maya wasn't sick or grieving, as Sophie had first feared. She had been quietly nurturing and protecting her newborn, keeping it safe from the world. Sophie slowly backed away to give Maya and her baby space, feeling a deep sense of awe. It was clear that Maya had been silently bonding with her newborn for weeks, keeping it hidden away from the rest of the sanctuary. But why had she kept it secret? And how had Sophie missed this? After a few days of observing from a distance, Sophie decided it was time to intervene. She gently approached Maya, keeping her voice low and soothing. "It's okay, Maya," Sophie whispered, her hand outstretched but careful not to startle the mother. Maya watched her but didn't seem threatened. With slow, cautious movements, Sophie gently lifted the baby to move it to a safer area, away from the corner where Maya had been sitting. Sophie's heart raced as she watched Maya, but the mother orangutan simply followed them with her gaze, never losing sight of her child. Sophie could see the depth of the bond between them. The baby was small, still fragile, but already clinging to life with the same strength and resilience as Maya herself. Sophie couldn't help but smile, feeling a deep sense of respect for the protective mother before her. In the weeks that followed, Maya and her baby became an inseparable pair at the sanctuary. Sophie continued to care for them both, ensuring that the little one was healthy and thriving. Maya, once again, returned to her playful self. But there was a calmness about her now, a gentleness that came from the bond she shared with her baby. They spent their days together, Maya teaching her little one the ways of the sanctuary, and Sophie watching with a sense of pride. Maya's decision to keep her baby hidden for so long had been an act of love and protection. It was a reminder to Sophie that sometimes the strongest bonds are the quietest, and that love doesn't need to be visible for it to be powerful. Sophie had always known that Maya was special, but she never imagined she would witness such a beautiful and tender moment of motherhood. In the end, the sanctuary staff learned an invaluable lesson in patience, trust, and the power of unconditional love. What started as a mystery, a mother's silent devotion, turned into one of the most heartwarming stories at the sanctuary. Maya and her baby had found their peace, and Sophie was grateful to have witnessed it all.